Welcome to TACFIT Mass Assault. In my line of work, there are times when I need to pack on muscle in a hurry. My hectic road schedule, training real-life action heroes around the world, can take its toll on my hard-earned muscle mass. When I only have a few weeks at home base, I need a training program that'll not only slap on muscle quickly, it'll continue to improve my performance and enhance my movement quality. I've learned how to do this through years of experimentation on myself and also on my clients. And the methods I've developed will help you kickstart your muscle mass in just a matter of a few weeks. Whether you're a regular Joe or a GI Joe, you need the go muscle to keep mission ready. But that doesn't mean that you can't have the show muscle on shore leave. There certainly are a lot of misconceptions out there regarding the effective ways to build muscle. Mainstream media is quick to try and convince you that only through fancy over-engineered equipment and expensive supplements will you be able to gain mass. But certainly that has nothing to do with the kickbacks they receive. Then there's the crazed notion that muscle mass will interfere and compete with movement and skill. A misguided notion developing out of the selectorized bodybuilding era of 30 years past. And finally, there's the myth of the elusive hard gainer who cannot gain mass, and the erroneous promise that as we age, muscle mass must decline. Both of these myths are pure fantasy. You need to follow the money in order to understand why they developed. Anyone, at any age, in a relatively short amount of time can pack on muscle if you have an effective training strategy and a sound nutritional plan. I certainly don't have the genetics to pack on muscle instantly and with little effort. Quite the opposite if you know anything about my background. And that's why the methods in TACFIT Mass Assault are so effective. They needed to be. I needed them to be. Because I'm challenged by both genetics and time as a 40-year-old, I've had to develop the most effective muscle building programs I could find, but also the most efficient ones possible. Now, the programs that I've developed can be used with virtually any tool, but truthfully, the guys and gals that I train around the world don't often have the luxury of a fully stocked gym, nor myself, because I'm constantly on the road. TACFIT Mass Assault uses the humble dumbbell to take you through your maximum movement range possible and start studying the 6 degrees of freedom. But you don't need to. You pick up the dumbbell, you move it through TACFIT Mass Assault, you won't be able to stop the muscle from leaping onto your body. The muscle that you'll develop is as functional as it is beautiful. It's an elegant thing. The more sophistication that you develop, levels of progressions, beyond load and intensity and duration and speed and tempo, it's beyond that. As you continue to push the boundaries of your movement potential, you'll stimulate more muscle growth, and you'll improve your movement quality. Muscle and function, form and function improve simultaneously. Say goodbye to plateaus forever. This is not a theory. This is a reality for me. When I go on a whirlwind tour, you have to understand I need to get up early in order to get my own training in, because throughout the day I'm going to be putting in 10 to 14 hours of non-stop motion. I'm gibberish by the end. With those long hours, by the time I get home, I've soaked down about 15 or 20 pounds. And I've got a few weeks to make that back up. I need that camel hump in order to last me the next tour. Muscle's fantastic, but for most of the people that I train that are out there on the job, mass is a necessity. If I can put on the 15 to 20 pounds to regain before my next trip, you know it's possible for anyone, especially because I have genetics and time working against me. Muscles look great on the beach, 100%. My wife doesn't complain, she still pinches my butt. But the reality is that I need both the go and the show. Maybe you think you're too old. Maybe you think you're too small. Maybe you think you don't have enough money. Maybe you're too busy to put on lean muscle mass on your frame. Listen, bullshit. No matter what your age, no matter what your potential or your supposed genetic capabilities, you can launch a mass assault if you have the right nutritional plan and an effective training program. So here's the trick to do so. There are a few things that you need to do. First, you need to put your muscles under precisely the right amount of tension for the perfect amount of time. We've got that covered. You need to recruit the greatest amount of muscle mass with each exercise using specifically designed full body or compound movements. You need to maximize the efficiency of your nervous system by ensuring the perfect alignment of your structure. And you need to continually challenge your nervous system by adding levels, progressive levels, of neurosophistication or complexity. By systematically addressing these very few elements, you'll fine-tune your neuromuscular system like a laser-guided missile. Whether it's for the beach, whether it's for your job, or whether it's just for longevity, if you don't need to spend long hours at the gym in order to pack on muscle, and if you could do it in a fraction of the time, wouldn't that be a more effective consideration for you? Mass Assault delivers my entire arsenal of muscle building secrets in 40 minutes from door to door, because the guys that I train, you guys don't have the luxury of spending 2 hours every day in the gym. I need to be able to slap it on in a couple weeks, just like you. So if you're deployed or you're pinged and you have to go out in the field and you come back and you only have a few weeks, this is the program for you. If you're not one of the action guys, then you still have a job to do and excel at. You still have a family life to take care of, and even your hobbies to pursue. You need something that is efficient, time efficient, that will put on the muscle fast. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter where you fit in a chart that someone else created to tell you what your genetic potential is. I've proven it on myself. I've proven it on countless clients in many different cultures. This program will pack on maximum mass in minimum time. So does that sound good to you? Or does it piss you off? You've heard it so many times that you've become cynical, and rightly so, that there actually is a simple solution. Simple and easy. You still have to put in the work, but god damn it, if it has not been overpromised and underdelivered, that you have to spend thousands upon thousands of dollars on over-engineered equipment and chemicals to supplement your nutrition with words that are so polysyllabic they fall off the page. Like, don't beat yourself up about it. The fitness industry is attempting to keep you stuck in simplistic stupidity. That's how they make their money. The big box fitness chains are not synonymous with rapid muscle growth. For good reasons. Follow the money. But that doesn't mean you need to settle for mediocrity. And Lord help me, when I was a kid, the doctors, the teachers, and even family, that was the worst. Even family told me to just settle. You know, it was the unstated mediocrity that came at the end of that sentence that just killed me. I didn't want to settle for mediocrity. I would rather take grand risks and fail than to stay stuck in that box. And for whatever pinhole of hope I was able to scramble out of, I found great coaches. And those great coaches had access to vast resources of research. I tapped into that, and I spent the last 20 years trying to compile that and distill it, because I need something that's very time efficient. Now I made a living out of it. I can't believe that I get to do this for a living. I can't believe that I get to help you. That has been the best thing out of this. So mediocrity, it's bullshit. Basically, that means that you haven't been given an opportunity, and you haven't given yourself the opportunity to take a great risk to get those results that you dream of. When I'm not on the road training the guys on the front lanes, because you guys keep me really freaking busy, I'm at home like many of you. I'm a busy dad. I'm a busier husband. These things I love to do because now I get to go on the road. I live this dual lifestyle. I get to train in exotic countries, really cool guys and gals who come from the heart. And what they do it because they believe in it. They do it because they feel that they're doing something positive for their people. And I'll go to the greatest lengths to help anybody that's doing something from the heart like that. When I'm home, the rest of the amount of time, I just want to play with my kids and be with my wife. I don't want to spend my life in the gym. There are times when I must. When I'm competing for World Games, and this will probably be the last time that I get to represent the United States of America. Outside of that, it's time to be with my family. And if you want to maximize how much lean muscle mass that you can put on in the shortest amount of time so that you can spend all of your free time with your family, with your loved ones, then it's time to stage a mass assault. Take TACFIT and let's get to work.
Please hang up and try again.